Oh shit, VeganSteven podcast. This is not a drill. This is not a drill, this is live. VeganSteven podcast. The date is the 22nd of the 11th, 2019. Do we have everything rolling? Are we live 100% everywhere? I think we are. We are live on YouTube. We are live on the streamings of all the streaming things. And it is live as live gets. This is live. Alright. Alright, here it goes. Big intro. Zoom! VeganSteven podcast. This is a parody of a podcast. VeganSteven is a fictional character. All guests are allegedly fictional. All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. Poorly, the following program contains coarse language and due to its content should not be viewed by anyone. We got B Slats and Hazel on the chat there. Here's a little bit of yum to get you warmed up. Today we're talking about conspiracies. What conspiracies? Mostly just dealing with the unknown. And Brian's B Slats approves of that apparently. What's your favourite conspiracy? Write it in below. We're gonna tip into it. This is not gonna be like one of those conspiracy shows. We're just gonna talk about how conspiracy theories in general affect us, regardless of the conspiracy theory itself. So nice and wide in general. That's what happens when you try to sing without getting your pitch. Yesterday we started the VeganSteven guitar course for Create Now. So now there is 4 hours of music lessons up, so you don't have to spend your pocket money on a guitar teacher. You can go to VeganSteven for free. Get all your yum. Half price. Half of free. Why do you keep giving up on me? I thought you said we were in love, baby. Well, do what you wanna do, 'cause I don't have a clue how to make you listen to the VeganSteven podcast. It's every day. Did you hear he's running for Pope in 2020? That is mad. Yes, VeganSteven is running for Pope 2020. Can I count on your vote? Are you going to let this wild man run for Pope? Make a mockery of our sacred religion? I don't know. Find out next time. VeganSteven is calling out everyone, calling out ducks, calling out all the things. So listen, I heard some scandal. I had some scandal for breakfast this morning. Scandalous. And today we're gonna touch on all the news. We're gonna touch on, fucking world news, Irish news, vegan news, mental health news. But that's at the end of the show. Rick and Morty episode 2 and 1 was out. It was fine. It was grand. It was classic Rick and Morty. I liked it. It was grand. What other shit? Mandalorian's out today. New Star Wars TV show. Really looking forward to watching it. As I said, it's a TV show, and it's about Star Wars, so I'm in. Let's keep going. What other shit? Always Sunny in Philadelphia came out yesterday, and Danny DeVito was spot on. I had the lols. It was about women who have their hair cut short, and how men just don't find it attractive. And I must say, as a man, I fully agree. So yeah, obviously do whatever the fuck you want with your hair, but it's not for me personally. Men. I was sitting on the bus the other day. Do you know when you get your first million, the first thing you got to do is sit on the bus. So I was sitting on the bus, I was doing this thing called man spreading, which is where you get your legs and you just open your legs really wide. And I was like, put my arms all around the place. I was like rocking out, having a great time on the bus. And this woman just decides to sit beside VeganSteven. Can you believe it? To sit beside VeganSteven. A woman. There's coffee all over the wall now. She sits beside me. And I was there going like, oh, I am an absolute man. I am class. I am an alpha male. Women, look out. This woman came over and she fucking scooted me over. She was like, listen, bitch. VeganSteven, you're a little bitch. I'm a fucking alpha male. So I was out manlied by a woman and I was put in my place by a stranger. There you have it. VeganSteven. Is he all talk? Maybe he is. It's a mystery. So listen, there's a new shit hot conspiracy out. So I was talking to someone recently about, there's this film out yesterday called Bikram Yoga. Okay, it was out yesterday. It's on Netflix. And I was talking to someone, I was watching it. I was just chatting away with them, being like, I was saying, in my personal opinion, that there's a trend right now in the documentary market where you get this kind of like rich, powerful man, and then he does something very taboo, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's rich and powerful. We trusted him, and he abused his power." That seems to be the general of documentaries. They're blowing up at the moment. You got the Michael Jackson documentary where he was touching people allegedly. That was a big documentary that just came out. Leaving Neverland, that double documentary. R. Kelly documentary just came out where he was allegedly urinating on people. Who knows? In public, who knows? I'm just asking questions. And oh Jesus, I don't even know. But yeah, this documentary came out in the same kind of vein where they had this big yoga instructor called Bikram. Absolute. I was watching the first half of the documentary and it said something like Guru, Prophet, Predator is the name of the documentary, and I was watching it, and for the first half, I am you know, like a kind of a heterosexual male or whatever, so I am kind of like women. There's a certain amount of primal instinct in me. Like, sure, I like to think I'm an intellectual, but at the end of the day, I'm just human. So whatever. Anyway, so I was watching the documentary, and as I said, it has a very provoking title because it's something like Bikram Yoga Predator or whatever. I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll have to have it here and open on tab. So listen, I was watching it and I was like, this absolute player having consensual intercourse with all these people. He's wearing like a little thong. He's a little yoga guru, and he got a green card off Nixon. Everyone loved him. He was like a self-made millionaire. He was talking about it at the very start of the documentary. A female says, there's so much controversy about Bikram himself that a lot of people in the Bikram community just pretend it isn't happening because Bikram is such a big integral part of their life. Bikram yoga, for anyone who doesn't know, it's where you lock yourself in a room with a load of people and you turn the heat on full whack and you start jumping around and just sweating all over the place. And then Mr. Bikram goes, "Hey, bitch, you are fat." What other words does he use? You should be ashamed of that fat belly or something. And then I don't know, he sees himself as a difference between, what is that thing called? Mother Teresa and Howard Stern. So however that works. Fun fact about Mother Teresa, she was so big into converting people to Catholicism that there was people like dying and stuff, and she used to be there giving them the last rites, but they were like, "Here, I'm not Catholic, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Shh, you are now, I'm Mother Teresa." So that may or may not have happened. Who knows? This is a fictional show, I'm a fictional character. Be careful. Okay. Just reading. Okay. I'm gonna bring this right here so I can look you in the face when I'm talking to you. How you getting on? You're looking well. All right, here we go. Does this work? Is this good for you? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Director Eva Arner. It got IMDb 7.2 out of 10. 2019. It's an hour and 26 minutes. The title is Yoga Guru Bikram Pedder. Anyway, so the first half of the documentary, I was like, this lad is a legend. He's helping all these people and all this stuff, and absolute class man. And then there was loads of people being like, yeah, he was trying to come on to me and stuff, but then like I just told him no, and I kissed him on the head and it was grand, and I was just massaging his feet and all this stuff. I was like, what? What were you woman? What were you doing massaging this lad's feet? And I don't know. But listen, so by the start of it, I was like, listen, I was on Bikram's side, and I was like, listen, Bikram's sound. He's helping the people and all this stuff. And by the end of it, it got so vulgar. The documentary got so vulgar as regards going into details of the molestation and rape and all the other things. I had to turn it off. So by the end of it, I was not happy about Bikram at all. I was like, Bikram yoga needs to be stopped. But it's mad, yeah. So that's my film review. I only lasted halfway through it, so how good is that? I literally walked out of the theoretical cinema. I just walked out of my own house and refused to go back into my own house. Yeah, isn't that mad? Like, that hasn't actually happened to me in a very long time, where, hey, getting on, Dara, you're looking well. That hasn't happened to me in a long time where I've actually had to turn off a documentary because it really started to disturb me, and I turn it off. So today we're talking about dealing with doubt, and what I mean by that is I'm going to talk about conspiracies. And when I say conspiracies, I mean the need for humans. Okay, here's where I'm coming from. Okay, dealing with not knowing. That's exactly what I want to talk about right now. Dealing with like the unknown and not knowing, because a lot of the greats, when people are studying their lives and so, they said they were able to be so great because they could deal with the pressure of not knowing. Like they were okay, if someone wants to question their religion or something, that's very stressful because that's part of who they are and who they identify as a person. So it's a very uncomfortable thing to be looking into your faith or whatever your beliefs are and analysing them. It's terrifying. And to do that, you need to have comfort in being uncomfortable. You gotta learn how to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, which is very, very, very hard to do. But yeah, apparently that's like this big secret, and it's like an open secret, but you gotta put the time in. You gotta put the hours in. Gotta put them dollar hours in to the things. So there. Famous film director. His name. He remade the new Star Wars. Everyone loves him right now. He talks about the box, all right, and it's called he does this on his films. He calls this like, here it is right here. He's like, here, this is a box. This is a box. This is a container of chocolate soy milk, which I love it right now. But anyway, back to the point. He's like, this is the mystery box. In order to keep people watching a film, you need mystery, and you need to be like, oh, what's in the box? And for the whole film, you're just talking about, oh, geez, what's in that box? And everyone in the film's like, geez, what's going on with that? Mystery, all right? And people cannot deal with the unknowns. They come up with these conspiracy theories. And in time, some of them have turned out to be true. So personally, you gotta shake the chocolate milk. Personally, I fell down the conspiracy rabbit hole a few times, and I was like, oh, pedophiles, and oh, the sun isn't real, and oh, flat earth, and all that bullshit. But that stuff just kind of stresses you out, and you're more susceptible to fall into those traps if you don't have a solid grounding, if you don't understand who you are and your own mind. So we're going to have a little look at some top 10 conspiracy theories throughout time. We're just going to have a little lull. Because it's just people trying to deal with the unknown and just not knowing and just like being so frustrated. Like, I don't understand why there's these flashing lights in the sky, and Aliens. It must be aliens. Often the idea of least friction is the most ideal. It's something like, I can't remember how the phrase goes. Was the moon landing a hoax? Well, we're going to find out. You tell me. I'll tell you all about it now in a minute if you want. The moon landing, yeah. To be honest, right, I was living with a lot of people at the time, and I started looking into the moon landing, and I was like, I fell down the rabbit hole of watching really young, like 14-year-olds making YouTube videos, being like, yes, I know science, and the moon landing's a hoax, and I was like, fuck, because when you first hear a lie, you're like, that's bullshit. But when someone keeps telling you a lie over and 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 over again, you start to believe it. That's how brainwashing works, people. So, let's just have a little look at the... So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I came up with... There was a ridiculous concept like, oh, we've never been on the moon or whatever. And I thought that was bullshit. And then... But I started watching loads of documentaries saying it was a conspiracy, and then I believed it. Just because I kept hearing the same information again and again and again. Now, I know nothing about rockets, I know nothing about photography, so I'm easily fooled, do you know what I mean? They're talking about areas which I have no expertise. Okay. So, which would you guys like to hear most? Top 10 conspiracy theories, top 16 conspiracy theories, top all the things. Generally in conspiracy theories, there's a giant leap of faith where just logic goes out the window. Do you know what I mean? They're like, and the Nazis were behind it all. And you're like, okay, but the Nazis have been gone for like, I don't know, 40 years or 50 years or something like that. Are you sure they were behind this? It only happened last week. And they're like, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. Alright, here we go. Oh, gross. Coffee's getting cold. Okay, top 10 conspiracy theories. Alright, so this is... Okay. Here we go. Who will make the list on... Find out after the break, where the conspiracy theories all battle against each other to see who gets to stay in the conspiracy theory house. Will it be that slutty conspiracy theory? Will it be the cute conspiracy theory who everyone wants to bring home to their mother? Will it be the classic conspiracy theory, the tried and tested? Okay, here we go. I'm having a lot of trouble with the format of this website because they're not exactly telling me that... They just say like conspiracy theories and then they have a picture of the moon. They're not telling me the order. They're... Alright, well, so I guess we'll just guess. Okay, so the moon landing. That's a good one. There was so much dodgy shit about that. So much dodgy shit. Like, oh fuck. There was so much dodgy shit about that moon landing. But I know nothing about space travel. I'm not... What's that word called? You mix up the word for rocket scientist with rocket... specialist or rocket cleaner. I can't remember the joke. Okay, we'll keep going. 9/11 conspiracies. Yeah, I fell down that rabbit hole very hard. I've watched all the 9/11 things, and do you know what's really good though? Once you're on your purpose and you know what you want to do in your life, none of this matters because a lot of it is mixing facts with entertainment. Because people are like, oh, wouldn't it be mad if this happened? And they're like, oh yeah, I'd say that happened there. Like Chinese whispers. Going on and on and on and on. And you'll often notice, like, when you're listening to conspiracy theories, when you're listening to two people tell the same conspiracy theory or whatever, they're pretty different. Like, none of them stick to the same story. They all make up their own random bits and bobs. Do you know? So we got the 9/11. That was good crack. The conspiracy theory. Princess Diana's murder. And we will be talking about the Epstein case. That's what's this suicide. That's what sparked this whole Shabako, whatever it's called. Princess Diana's murder. Alright, that's a big hoax. Subliminal advertising. Well, I already advertised to you guys subliminally, so... Is that a hoax? I don't know. Oh. There's evidence to a certain extent, like, Yes, somebody tried to kill Princess Diana, but when this actually happened, was it like a malicious murder or whatever? I don't know, whatever. Man on the Moon hoax. Okay, there you are. Man on the Moon hoax. That's a good one. What I love about the moon landing is like they have this on the exam in Ireland for like the leaving cert and stuff. So it's like, write about the moon landing, but you just write like, it was a hoax. Nixon was behind the whole thing. For an exam, and they can mark you like giving you a D or a D minus or whatever. Paul McCartney's death. Yeah, I was watching interviews with Paul McCartney talking about how he's very much alive and how it's very hilarious that people have conspiracies about him, and that is kind of a copy. They've used that Paul McCartney's death conspiracy and copy and pasted for a lot of other celebrities like Avril Lavigne. Apparently she's been dead for years, and they just keep reusing the same conspiracy and just changing the name. Just like that, this conspiracy will do. John F. Kennedy assassination. I've heard about this one all my life. Apparently, if you're military trained, that shot is not so hard to do. When I talk about military trained, I mean like, that's the kind of stuff that they teach you in sniper training. So yes, you would have to be a very top lad. And to be honest, I don't know, because was I there? Fuck no, I wasn't there. But there's a lot of stuff about JFK which is equally bonkers, which is true. So that's the crack with that one, you know. All right, here we go. The Roswell crash cover-up. Aliens are like the new kind of religion, as in like, if you don't understand something, you just be like, it's the aliens. It's just like, I don't understand, so I'll just blame it on the aliens kind of crack, you know? The fear of not knowing. Here's one I haven't heard before. Protocols of the Elders of Zion. Ooh, could look into that one. Satanic cults. Yep, VeganSteven is the living embodiment of Satan, so you can imagine I'm big into that one. That's a bit of crack. And big pharmaceutical companies. Ooh, the pharmaceutical companies are coming for us. Yes, that's some conspiracy theories there. I remember I was in the I'm not sure if I'll tell this story, but I confronted a GP about the pharmaceutical conspiracies. I was like, listen, I know what's going on and all this shit, and she realised that I was having an episode of paranoia or something, and I was basically got all stressed out by staying up all night watching these silly ass documentaries, and it didn't work out very well. So there you are. So conspiracies are dangerous, man. They get in your mind. Like there are, if you look back to history, and you can see ones that have actually been proven, you know, like false flag operations and so on throughout time. But when you're starting to go into like 9/11 and stuff, which there's no solid, like in 20 years we'll find out exactly what happened, but right now we don't know. Steve Jobs 2.0, that's a conspiracy apparently. We got She Was a Skater Girl, and that's the Avril Lavigne one I was talking about earlier. She died and was replaced with someone else. Lord of Eternal Youth. Okay. Don't know who the fuck that is. I just called to... Oh, sorry. I might read this a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay, moving on. I just called to say I can see. Alright. Britney Spears and George Bush operative. That sounds hilarious. I'm a massive Britney Spears fan, by the way. Keanu Reeves, excellent everlasting life. Apparently he doesn't age. Well, that's like, if you look at anyone in that kind of cult, like they don't age generally. Getting old. Get the old face pulled back. And all that good stuff. Is this murder Bob Marley CIA? Fuck. Beyonce's mother, part 1, not her sister. What the fuck? Theory. Beyonce is actually Shanola Knowles, born... Alright, I don't give a fuck. And there's another one that says, like, TMZ says Beyonce's mother is not her mother. Oh, Jesus. Right, keep going. The iPad is crying here. It's on 4% battery. This is conspiracies. Conspiracies. Is Vegan Steve Batman? Listen. Have you ever seen Batman and Vegan Steven in the same place at the same time? I'm not legally allowed to say I am Batman. My lawyers won't let me say that, but all I'm saying is do your own research. Have you ever seen Batman and Vegan Steven in the same place? What's underneath his moustache? What is underneath Vegan Steven's beard? What is he hiding? We need to know. I'm just asking questions. What is Vegan Steven hiding? What does he really want? He says he's for the people, but is he really? He says he's promoting positive mental health, but is he really? What is his agenda? Here we go. Dial M for mistaken Oscar. Jesus. Alright. On to fuck. Well, I should probably... we'll just keep going. Here we go. Lovers both ex and current. Okay, theory. Taylor Swift cheated on Calvin Harris. Okay, I think we see where this is going. We'll move on to the next one. A moon landing odyssey. And this has to do with Stanley Kubrick faking the moon landing. Okay. I've looked into that one, and apparently that is definitely a conspiracy theory. Okay, we're taking a short intermittent break. This is the time for you guys to talk to to measure your genitals, and after you're finished measuring your genitals, what I'd like you to do is just talk about your problems. I'm not gonna listen in or anything, just have a moment of silence and just go listen. I feel real sad today, or whatever, and just Vegan Steven's here for you. So just say your shit there. Go on. You think I'm joking, but I'm fucking serious, man. I'm just acting, pretending I'm happy all the time, man. So you just let her spill. Let her spill. Show me your feelings. Is this too intense? Is this too intense? Do you like hiding intense? Alright. Have you tried sharing your feelings at a party? Would you recommend sharing your feelings to a friend? Okay, here we go. Okay, we're back and we are live, and mental health is very expensive, so please wrap it up. I don't want to hear about your problems anymore. Okay, thank you. Back to me. So, the latest wacky off-the-wall conspiracy theory is, and people are going to be writing in, oh, that's real though, maybe it is, who knows. So the next few words that I'm going to come out of my mouth is like an example of a current conspiracy theory. I'm just going to say that there's nothing to back it up, just for legal reasons. This is all 100% fictional, okay? Like me and everything. So this is just some random shit someone wrote on the internet, and I'm just going to... I'll read out in a sec, but there's some more juicy fucking things. Okay, here's the crack. There's this lad called Jeffrey Epstein or something. Alright, so the latest scandal. Now this is just, I'm just doing an example here, okay? None of this is real. Okay, so Epstein 66 died in suicide waiting. Alright, there's this lad accused of being a paedophile, right? His name was Epstein. He was 66, and apparently he hung himself in jail or whatever, right? And his best mate is his best mate in school or whatever was this lad called Prince Andrew. So listen, Prince Andrew and Epstein were allegedly hanging around in school playgrounds and just trafficking women and all sorts of things allegedly. So this this so his mate got assassinated or whatever because they didn't want him to talk and rat everyone out because apparently, like, you know, Bill Clinton and the boys were allegedly flying private jets around to things, and the code word for fucking children was pizza, and then Pizzagate and all these mad things. Listen, this is all fiction, okay? So just everything I'm saying is bullshit here. So I'm just doing an example of the current conspiracy theories. So this lad, Prince, I'm reading this on SkyNews.com. Prince Andrew on the photograph. Oh Jesus, what photograph? Meeting after sex offender and the 4-day house stay. UK News, and it says in the small. This is Sky News. This is not me. 4 days ago, Prince Andrew on the photograph. It just says the same thing again. Prince Andrew in interview, BBC News. Yeah. So there was some. It says, is Prince Andrew still married to Fergie? And I hope when he says Fergie, they mean that woman from the Black Eyed Peas. My humps, my lovely lady lumps. I like to fuck Prince Andrew. Okay, maybe it's not the same Fergie. I think Fergie would have more class. Oh, than sleeping with a royal. Oh, you can't say that. Okay, it's all fiction. It's all, chill out. I'm just talking here. These are only words. My words can't hurt you. Okay, if I say something silly, it's up to you if you want to get sad or happy about it. It's completely your decision. Okay. So yeah. This says the Prince and sex offender Prince Andrew's connection to Jeffrey Epstein, and that is coming from 2 days ago, stuff.co.nz. So you know it's a reliable news source when your name is called stuff.co.nz. Okay, this is kind of tabloid trash. Would print anything. So this is like sometimes you get an actual scientist coming in and going, listen, what you're saying is just utter nonsense. And then you get these lads who are like 15 in their bedroom going, oh no, but I feel that it's right. So okay, here we go. What has Prince Andrew done wrong, and how is he linked to the case? He says he regrets visiting the sex offender in New York, December. Okay. So yeah. There's been conspiracy about the royal family and riding kids since the dawn of time. And you know what? In the early days of time, it was normal to... all this paedophile stuff was normal. I think the Greeks or something... Back if you used to do a trade, like being an electrician, your boss would be like, go on, we'll go for the ride then. Like... The boss used to just ride little boys. Like, it used to be normal. So, I don't know. Like, weird incest shit has been going on since humans were in caves. It's always gone on, and it always will go on to some extent, no matter how vulgar and fucking disgusting it is. And a lot of these things, when it comes to, you know, child molestation, a lot of these things are, victims reenacting the crime. Well, we won't get into that because that's another psychological level altogether. We're going to keep this very light because this is your morning espresso. But generally, like, if someone has this is so controversial. Fuck. Allegedly, people who rape kids were raped themselves as a kid. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just talking out my arse here. I'm just a lad in my shed, so don't take what I'm saying seriously. Okay, we're moving on. So what I'm trying to say is, going back to, please don't get caught up in the bullshit about what conspiracy theory I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the humans need to know, because it's so uncomfortable not knowing, that they have to make up something just so they feel safe. They feel like they know. And religion have kind of filled this gap because they're like, I don't understand anything. Science hadn't been invented yet or anything, so they're just like, some lad in the sky made it up. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows? Alright, we're getting into the news. Oh. So, yeah, the big conspiracy is that this lad, Jeff Epstein, or whatever his name is, was, he was in prison and he was going to tattle on all his mates, like the prince, the royal family and all that. So then the prince had to resign because it was making the royal family look bad or something. So I don't know. It definitely doesn't look good if someone's resigning over a sex thing. Doesn't not look good. That's the rain. Cheers, Zeus, you blonde bastard. Zeus got his hair dyed there the other night. He thinks he's all that. Anyway, sure look. Irish news. Here we go. There's one sup left in this coffee. Do you want it? Do you want it? Oh shit! We got more comments. The Greta Thunberg, a legend. Who the fuck's that? Oh, is that climate change girl? We got a live feed in the comments here. Could I get a sentence on what you did, just so I know? I think I made a meme with her. I don't know anything about her, but like, I'm guessing people generally don't come up with that new. They just kind of got the old thumbs there. My loyal listener there, if you have any balls, will you tell us right now a secret that you've never told anyone else? Like, when you're on a night out, you secretly go into the bathroom and clip your toenails. Something you've never told anyone else. Just open up, share with the VeganSteven community, Brian. Here we go. Irish news. Today, the Irish... Now, this website is called the Irish News, so you know it's top quality. Here we go. From darkness into the light, All-Star Ronan McNee opens up about his battle with depression. Sorry. I know I'm meant to be supporting people coming out about depression, but it just seems like people are just kind of doing it for a bit of fame. I don't know. Whatever. That's me being negative. So we're staying on it. We're staying on it, people. Here we go. Okay. 1 hour ago, the Irish news again. Tesla Cybertruck launched, married by Shatterpool windows breaking. Alright. There we are. 9 hours ago, as a lad looking pissed off, and it says, big man is the key to tracing 1 million paid to Dublin Jimmy for attacks on QIH bosses. Alright, there you have it. And then Nora's at it again. Nora Hornan, whoever she is. She has a picture of her looking like this. Possibly she has some good lips on her. Looks like she paid a euro or two for those lips. I approve. Model's ex-girlfriend awarded 15,000 in personal injury case. Alright. I don't know who that is, but grand. 15 hours ago. Here we go. Williams Shoals. The Irish News, 10 hours ago. Behind the scenes at DUP Electron HQ. There's a picture of them there having coffee. They're looking chuffed. There's a picture of a lad's face just this much, and I don't know what they're trying to do. It looks like a selfie went wrong. But here we go. Here goes the title. Independent.ie. Let's find out what he's on about. A Dublin murder victim. Oh, Jesus. I just made fun of the dead, I think. Found in burning car, named as convicted criminal, Wayne Whelan. Okay. I think it's okay I made fun of him because he's a convicted criminal. Who knows? Listen, I'm just talking, so chill. Irish Times, 2 days ago. This is old news, so we're not interested. Let's keep going. 5 hours ago, Irish News. Olympic boxing medalist Paddy Barnes retires, and there he is looking tired. Okay. We got mental health news. We're only reading shit hot news off the fucking press. So if it's not out in the last 24 hours, I don't want to know. Alright, 54 minutes ago, that's what I'm talking about. This is from AGRILAND, whoever they are, 54 minutes ago. And they have to say, there's a picture of people in surgery. And they say, new mental health support, innovative launches for vets. I'm just going to read that again. Alright, so the picture of a lad in surgery. Here we go. New mental health support innovative launch for vets. Okay. So mental health for vets is an issue. I didn't know that was a thing. There's a picture of a lad looking a bit shocked, and it says independent.ie minister should meet more front line staff in mental health, says priest. So some priest said that. It doesn't say who the priest was. It's just a priest. Was the priest wearing clothes at the time? I don't know. Was he wearing pants at the time? I don't know. Was he wearing a 3-piece suit? I don't know. He was just a priest. They don't say who he was. Okay, here we go. 17 hours. The Chatham News plus record. Why teen mental health in Chatham is pretent. Okay. Why mental health in Chatham is pretent. Okay, sorry about that one. We'll have to just move on. Irish Times, Youth Mental Health Services is all it says, and then it says 1 day ago. Guess we'll never know what that was about. Sophie Molinox takes a break from WBBL to focus on mental health. Okay. And then we have 5 hours ago by Riffany29, whatever that is. Meet the people who send your mental health support texts. Jesus, I didn't even know that was a thing. Hotpress.com. Yes, I just dropped my guitar. Hotpress.com say that we'll never know. We'll never know. It just clicked out of it. We will never know. They could be saying anything. You know what those lads are like. And we're going on to... Did we do vegan news already? We did Irish news. Let's see what Putin and the boys are up to. Russia Today. Man, Putin is like a stand-up comedian, man. He just has the absolute lols when he's doing live events. He doesn't give a fuck. Everyone's like, oh, don't be doing that. And he's like, hey, I'm an evil lad. I'll do what I want. Prince Andrew, okay, we talked about that. Conspiracies and all that waffle. Alright. Here we go. But, yeah, I definitely think if you want someone to read an article, put paedophile in the title and people, or else rape, and people will... I can't think of anything more fucking shocking and disgusting. So, I don't know. These are the tools of the trade. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. Who knows? Okay, listen. Vegan news. 23 hours ago. CNET. All right, here we go. 10 vegetarian and vegan friendly holidays. Mains you will love. All right. Alright, something about going on holidays there. 17 hours ago, Irish Central, Dublin named the most vegan-friendly city in the world. Jeez, fair play to you. 1 day ago, which plant-based burgers are actually vegan? Burger King, Disney, Duncan Carl's, and White Castle. Alright, and 5 hours ago, IKEA has now vegan kids menu. Okay, I don't know if that's all of them or just some of them. So we did the mental health news. We did all the things there. Yeah, conspiracies, man. Conspiracies can fuck up your life if you just fall down that rabbit hole, because it's just not known. So you really gotta stay grounded, because otherwise you're susceptible to falling into like cults, into into what are those relationships called? Dual dependent relationships. Dual dependent relationships. We are both kind of in it just because you both need someone and you can't bear being by yourself. Yeah, I don't know. That's the time. That's the time. So, conspiracies. I guess we'll look up definition of conspiracy, will we? Bush. I think was Bush saying that 9/11 is a conspiracy because even if it was true or not, it's a conspiracy. Like, it's a conspiracy even if the planes were hijacked. That's a conspiracy. And if America were involved in it anyway, that's a conspiracy. Like, no matter what way you look at it, it's a conspiracy of some form. Alright, we'll look into this Greta Thunberg. Because I think someone was texting me about it. And that might be the climate change marches, which we touched on in a different podcast. But we're gonna give people what they want. This Greta woman's getting I'm gonna see if she has any pictures of herself on the internet. Hopefully she's over the age of 50, whoever she is, or he. Berg. Man, words are fucking hard to spell. Alright, who's Greta Thunberg's? Alright, she's okay. Oh, right, she's 16. I generally only want to talk to people over the age of 20 or 21. Whatever she's getting up to, I wish her the best. I don't know, I always just feel kind of awkward making fun of people who can't really stand up for themselves or whatever. Okay, so what's she doing? She's a Swedish environmentalist activist on climate change, whose campaigning has gained international recognition. Yeah. Alright. Like, she's a time traveller. Okay. There's a conspiracy for you. People think she's a time traveller. Alright. Listen, I'm sure she's an inspirational character and fair play to her. I also have a strong feeling that nothing she's doing is new. Like, nothing I'm doing is new. Like, I doubt she has any new... Okay. Am I just being mean? I might just be being mean. What I'm saying is, if she didn't exist, the movement would be going on without her. Someone else would take her place. So, this come across as me as an absolute dickhead, so, alright, I don't know how to say this in a nice way. I wish you the best. I like what you're doing, keep doing it. Alright? There's just loads of pictures of her looking pissed off, so I don't know. Something about her sailing, I don't know. She's, okay, what I mean is, she's a celebrity. And people look up to celebrities to kind of tell them what to do because they don't really know what to do with their lives. And she's the current, like, figurehead or ambassador for that cause. She's the current ambassador for the cause. And it's a good cause. And I'm sure she's right on some of the issues that she's talking about. Alright, so that is, as you can tell, I've put errors into that research. I just googled her, I didn't know who she was. And now I'm making wild, outlandish statements about her based on flip all. But is this how news works? I don't know. I don't know. So once again, we are live everywhere. Running for president. I'm running for Pope. Did you know that I'm running for Pope 2020? I had a talk with Michael DJ Higgins and we were fighting about tax breaks and cuts and all the rest of it, but it turns out that I have gotten the go-ahead from the big dicks in Irish government. They said, listen, we'll fast track you through. DJ Higgins said I can count on his vote, but the question is, can I count on your vote to become Pope this 2020? What will I bring in when I become Pope? I guarantee when I become Pope, I will do absolutely fuck all, and I will drink a lot of coffee. Okay? That's what I'm going to do when I come Pope. And then I'll probably hire someone and hand all the duties over to them. Alright, so that's what I'm getting up to. As there's a few bob going around, sure, I'll put it back into Ireland for the crack. If they want to pay me I'll sell a bit of gold, and I'll be like, here, Ireland, there's a bit of nepotism for you. Nepotism's mad because in a lot of books of power, it says, you know, how to get power and how to hold on to power. It talks about how if you want to stay in power, you got to get people who are reliant on you and put them in power around you. So, for example, I would put the VeganSteven listeners in positions of power, such as, you know, like head of education, head of, if I became Pope. I mean, when I become Pope in 2020, excuse me, I had a moment of self-doubt there. This is called the Pope Blues. Oh Lord, let me run for Pope, yeah. Oh, let me run for Pope, yeah. Oh, Michael D. Higgins, let me run for Pope. Oh, let me run for Pope, Michael D. Higgins. I'll give you half the tax benefits. Oh, Irish water can fuck off. Because I'm becoming Pope, and I'll give you some of that free dope money. Oh, I'm drinking the altar wine. This is live on the VeganSteven podcast. There's your chance. If you write some lyrics, I'll put them in my song right now. So, VeganSteven guitar lessons started yesterday, more or less. I think we got 4 hours. So if you ever feel like you want to learn guitar, it's up there. You got your first 4 hours of guitar lessons, which saves you, let's say you're paying minimum 20 euro for half an hour. What's that? I don't know, you're saving a shit ton of money. So, well done, you're welcome. I'm going to have on a wide variety of guest teachers, because what do I know about music? Who knows, maybe I don't even know how to play guitar. Maybe I'm just miming. So that's why I'm having in a lot of guest lectures to talk about their own philosophy on music and so on. And on the back end from that, you'll be able to buy instruments which have the VeganSteven seal of approval from the King of Consistency. Items delivered right to your door. They'll be white, just like this, and you'll get your own Create Now stickers that you can put anywhere on your instrument. Because you don't need, following the VeganSteven philosophy, it's all in your brain, okay? I can write hit songs on this guitar, and no bother. I found this guitar in a house. I was cleaning an old house. The truss rod's even broken in it, right? That there's a support mechanism and it's snapped. I had to file down, paint this white, I had to do hours of custom work on it. Originally this guitar was built in Japan in a factory that isn't even around anymore. Way back in time. So this guitar has been through the wars, and I will ship you a guitar straight to your door, and you have all the music lessons there ready to go. We're gonna have 100 hours, and it's not just a music course, you know. It's gonna be how to actually make a few bob doing music. We go through the sales calls on how to be a music teacher, so you'll learn how to be a music teacher in your own area, do the sales calls, how to make the ad, how to make money on the back end, maybe doing your own, you know, like online course, and also just generally monetizing your own life skills. We have the VeganSteven business course. First 4 hours are already up, where we go into the recommended reading, which you can get anywhere for free in audiobook form. even on YouTube. We just give you the names of the books which all the big billionaires have read. So the books we're recommending are generally books which have been around for over 100 years, because the way life works, as you'll get older and older, you'll realise this is just in loops. For example, right now I think it's really cool to like Nirvana again, and Nirvana blew up in the 90s, and maybe I think that was last year Nirvana blew up again. But sure, look, anyway, it all moves in loops and cycles. So business hasn't changed, only trends have changed. So that's great news. Like trains go on loops every 100 years or so. They're just on a cycle. And then, but human nature stays the same. So once you understand that, you can understand how to, just once you provide a product that people, look at me right now, it's a clean product. Alright, what do you get? It's called your morning espresso. You get a bit of motivation in the morning. I'm showing you that you can just follow your fucking dreams. This is a step-by-step guide on how to be successful, because I started this off in a shed, and I'm still in the shed, but my social media is spot on, and so on, and you'll keep noticing that I will adapt with the culture. So I'm already looking to leave Instagram and move on to TikTok. I'm showing you how to make money on the back end, starting my own instrument company that will be delivering the stuff out to your house, white instruments, and you can write, you can write your own. They're white, so you can just write your own lyrics on the guitar. You can write your own, like, I don't like vegans. You can write that on the guitar if you want. You can write absolutely anything you want, and it's I'll have the same guitar and instruments as you guys in the next 6 months or so when this is off the ground. I was hoping to have it off the ground for Christmas. Everyone would have a VeganSteven guitar under their Christmas tree, but it was a slight delay. With paperwork and so on. Yeah, vegans, that's coveted. VeganSteven seal of approval. How are we getting on? We only have 3 minutes left. So, there's the VeganSteven clothing line as well, which is coming out. All the clothes will be unisex. We got hats, sunglasses, t-shirts. All the t-shirts are all white. all the everything's all everything. How are we getting on here? Are we looking good? I think we are. Alright. So conspiracy theories are fucking scary, boy. They're also a lot of crack. Like, what happens is, I watch a conspiracy theory like Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist is probably one of my favourite conspiracy theory films, but it really warped my perception on reality and left me open to some bad decisions. So it can be important just to dip the toe in and not be extremist about these kind of things. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm on my last minute and 30 seconds. Fuck. So conspiracy theories, I think they're just an easy way out, to be honest. You gotta deal with the unknowing, I feel. No one likes being told what to do, so you do whatever you want to do. As long as it'll make me money. And when can I get the merch? Well, you just post me €50 in marked Pope in the letterbox, and the post people know what to do. So that's how you pay for my merch. Just put the €50 in. Actually, just write Pope on a €50 note. Just put that in the letterbox. You can get your merch. We'll start. We're going to start off with what people want most first. So that might be hats, or else t-shirts or sunglasses. Well, let us know what you'd be most interested in. We'll get that as priority number one. Hopefully have something ready for you guys for Christmas, because I know you want to buy some vegan stuff for your friends. As ethical as possible and so on. Down the line in the next year or so, my clothes will be made from recycled material and ethically made. We're working towards that at the moment. We don't have that covered just yet, but we are working on getting that merch out to represent, give you that extra confidence boost. So yeah, I'd recommend if you want to stay with the, if you want to get your merch, subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow this, and you'll get all the best current updates. Alright, have a great one. This is the last seconds. Goodbye. VeganSteven. Alright, so that's the Instagram has just shut off now. So, it's just you and me, baby. It's just you and me. So the date, I'm going to go off and watch The Mandalorian new TV show, I think. Now, so listen, I'm going to go. There's probably going to be another VeganSteven guitar lesson up in the next 24 hours. And I'll just show you my little picture of me being a pope, if that's alright. Okay, can you guys see this? Can you see that? I have to turn up the brightness, do I? Shit, sorry. Alright, it's on the fucking, it's on the Instagram or whatever, so fuck it. Alright, good luck, I'm out. Have a great one.